Welcome back again. I want to just show you basics of checking out an assignment, looking at the rubric, submitting assignments, and you can do that various ways, and then also participating in a discussion, in an online discussion. I want to go over that real quickly. So let's scroll down, and we're going to find an assignment. I just picked one that I opened up here so that I could. And by the way, I'm logged in here as myself. And I'm logged in as a student actually, but don't forget to log in the upper right hand corner. And here's an assignment. Now you can tell an assignment because there's a little hand carrying a piece of paper here. Now this means that this is something you need to submit. If it's just this little planet Earth here with a piece of paper, that's just a link. Now sometimes those are required, like in the case of the week 1 lecture video, you're going to be required to take a look at that. So make sure you do watch that. A lot of times the week 1, the introductory lecture for the week will include a description of the assignments and some helpful tips. After week 1, so like starting in week 2, the intro video for week 2 will also include a recap and kind of a review of the previous week. So very important to watch that. I'll be giving you some feedback on that that week, as well as getting you ready for the next week. So I'm going to click here on this one. This is part 2 of the first week's assignments. There are 3 assignments for the first week. So if I click on that, I should see a description. For the second part of this week's assignment, pick 3 discoveries you encountered in your research that you think were the most important. In a short essay, identify when they occurred and on what portion of your graph, and explain why you think they were the most important. So a 5-paragraph essay will work great for this. You could have 1 intro paragraph, a paragraph for each of the 3 discoveries, and then a final conclusion. Now what you want to do though is first scroll down here and look carefully at the rubric. Okay, so if I scroll down here, I see the rubric and exactly what I'm looking for. You are shooting for this rightmost column here, so read carefully through that. Alright, the rubric is actually how I'm going to grade you. I'm not going to grade you based on the description. Okay, although the description does interact, it comes into the rubric a little bit. So you want to read both very carefully, but the rubric is what you're actually going to be graded using. Now, once you've completed this assignment and you're ready to submit, what do? You scroll down. So you're going to scroll down when you're all done, and you're going to click Add Submission. Okay, and there's a few ways to submit. So if I scroll down here, I can actually I could type in my assignment right into here, okay, and I could submit a file. And now the other thing you can do is share it with me through Google. Now let's go over all 3 of those. First, obviously, if you're just going to type in here, just type it right in here. Just be very careful doing that, because if your computer crashes or something before you have saved the changes, then you've lost everything. So I would suggest doing a file submission. Alright, now there's a few ways to do that. If I just want to add a file from my computer, say a Microsoft Word file, I'm going to click this little add button right here. And then I'm going to click upload a file, choose file, and now I can search on my computer for the file. So this is going to open up my file manager window. Slow computer, sorry. Okay, and then you just find what you need here, click on it, click open, and then click upload this file. Don't forget that part. And then what will happen is the file will show up in here, and then you click Save Changes. You can also, by the way, just drag files into here from your file manager in Windows. Notice also if I click this that there's an option here for Google Drive. I can click this and it will ask me to log in, and I can select the file right from my Google Drive. The other thing that you can do is if you have made a file in Google Drive, and let's say this is it right here, you can share this with me directly. So I'm going to click, I just selected that file, and then I'm going to click the share button, and you can do this from within the document also. And then I'm going to share it with me. So that is greenwilliamp@gmail.com. Okay, that's what you do, and just click send. and that'll be great. Then I can check things out and make some comments on that and stuff, so that'll be perfect. Now if you do share it with me though, what I want you to do is go into here and type into this text box shared with you on Google Drive. That's important so that I'm able to it'll show up as you having submitted, and then I'll be able to use the grading, the rubric in Moodle. And once it's been graded, you'll be able to come in here and click on the grading option over here, and you'll be able to see the completed rubric. Okay? And then don't forget to click Save Changes at the end. All right. Next thing is the discussion. So each week there'll be a discussion. I'm going to come over here and click on Part 3, Key Discoveries Discussion. And there's two ways to do this. One is so for the discussion, what I would prefer is that the discussion takes place on Twitter, and that's how to get the most points on this. So if you're going to do that, then you're going to make sure that you use these hashtags. Hashtag science, hashtag THAPOS-6, the History and Philosophy of Science 6, 6 Easy Steps, and then at 7WGreen7. So that way I can see, and I will see what you've posted, and so will all the others if you use those hashtags. So what you need to do is respond to the prompt, and then you need to also respond to somebody else. So make a post about the prompt and then respond to somebody else's post. So what you'll want to do in order to respond to somebody else is you'll want to search these hashtags here, especially this one right here actually. If you just search that hashtag on Twitter, you'll find them. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to go to my Twitter account here, and I'm going to click on, I'm going to search for hashtag THAPOS-6. And what I will see is the posts that I have made. Now what you'll see then is you'll see other people's posts. By the way, to make a post, let's go back. I just type something in here. Kuhn rules. No, you don't want to say. You want to say something substantive here. That's for next week anyway. The greatest discovery of science was blah blah blah. It's great to include a link here. You want to put a web link in here. Just paste the URL in here, and then I'm going to do hashtag THAPOS-6, hashtag science. Now putting hashtag science in there makes it public to the whole world. Anybody searching for the hashtag science will see that. And then 7@7WGreen7. There you go. And now if you hit tweet, it'll post. All right, fantastic. And I can show you some tips for shortening URLs and stuff. I use, for shortening URLs on this, I use goo.gl, which is Google's URL shortener. So like sometimes on websites they have these huge, long URLs, and it's kind of hard to use with Twitter. So if you go to a site like this, or bit.ly, and there's different shortening sites. You just paste the URL in here and click shorten URL, and it gives you a nice new one. Now if you don't have a Twitter account and you're really opposed to using it, I would rather us use Twitter, because then it makes it public and it makes it like a global, potentially global discussion, interaction with people from all over the world. But if you really don't want to do that, then we can just post. You can just post in the THAPOS-6 forum, and just click on that link and then add a new discussion topic. Okay, and then you give it a subject, type in the message, and then once you have posted to forum, other people will see your post and they can click reply and reply to it. So actually let's go ahead and try that. Put a test post in here, test post, and just scroll down, post to forum. Okay. There you go. And now if I click on this, I'll see my post and I can reply to it, and that's how we do it. So then it'll be like what they call a threaded discussion. All right, so those are that's how you're going to be submitting your assignments. And take a look. Make sure you take a look at week 1 and watch the intro video and read the assignments carefully. And again, if you ever have any questions, you can either tweet at me or you can email me at greenwilliamp@gmail.com. Okay, looking forward to seeing your work.